Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. Swift UI taxi driver inside. Today we need to see this here the calling here the API for the waiting for users API we need to call here, and also need to set this here the data as a running rights need to automatically open these screens need to like this UI are the codings here. First of all, now we need to go inside the codes and globe files, and we need to write down here the two API static let sv home is equal to API URL plus give this here the home. Like this, we need to set this here the first API home API and second API to write down here the let sv driver waiting for user. Give this here the API URL plus we need to set this here the driver waiting users like this call here like this sets it. Now we need to develop here first of all the new view models need to develop, and to give this here the name view models need to set as a name driver running rides. Create here the new files, select here the Swift UI view, and we need to give this here the name driver run ride view model like this. Need to create here the Swift UI files. Now first of all, now we need to set this here the class, and we need to remove here the preview no needs, and to set here the observable objects, observable object like this set here, and also need to set here the static where share equal to shade is equal to drivers run rides view models. We need to initialize here, and also need to one more rm is equal to road managers we need to initialize. Like these two variables are the initialize. First also need to create here the single stones, and to road manager need to initialize here the class. And then after need to need this here the active rights objects need to need that to develop here the publisher objects, publishers where ride object is equal colon and as dictionary set here like this blank value. And also need to need this here the showing here the map pickup locations and drop locations, and to another publisher variables we need to declare here where pickup location is equal to cl location coordinate 2d latitudes and longitudes need to set here the 0 like this set as a pickups, and same as another publisher variables, and to create for here the drop location is equal to CL location coordinate 2D need to give this years, and also need this years imports here the map kit years, and then after need to another's pickup pins need to need this here the pickup which pins show here the icons. That's why need to set here the pickup pin icon, because sometime if you waiting for the drivers then two pins showing here the current locations and pickup pins. If you write started, then to pickup pin as a showing here the current locations, and drop up pins as a showing here the drop up locations. Like this I need to change here the image. First of all need to set this here the pickup pins default icons need to give this here the pin, and same as you need to set this here where drop up pin icon is equal to drop pin. Like this sets here the image. And another variables need to need this here. First of all now need to go inside the find out here the running trips view. Need this here sets, and we need to give this here the needed all variables. Need to assign here, copy here, and now need to go inside the driver run view and to paste this here. Now publish. No need here the write status need to remove here. Another variables need to use this here. The write status. Like this, you need to initialize here and also need to set here another variables. Need this here the showing any errors where show error is equal to set here the false. Also another publisher variables where error message is equal to blank like set series. And another one publisher variables if gets any running rights then to always show this rights that's on it too. Another's opening here the running rights screen need to needs here where show running right by default need to set here false like this set here. And another publishers variables need this here. First of all need to call this here the publishers where ride status name set here the blank. Same as now need to copy and paste and only change this here the variable name. Now status text. Then after need this here the status color. Then after need to colors as I need to give this here the color blue. And need to set here the title display address. Here sometimes the showing here the and pickup address, sometimes to showing here the drop off address. That's one to set here the one common variables as a driver address. And again some need this here the address icons. Some status in drop off address need to showing. That's when to change this here the icons. That's when to set here the publisher variables. And also need this here the estimate duration and estimate distance need this here. Set here the 0.0 and another publisher variables where est distance is equal to 0.0 like the set series. And give this here the set here the displaying here the buttons like the accept, start rights, complete like this. Need this here the button names btn name needs their publishers is equal to blank like this initialize here. And now need to call here the API. First of all, need to need this here. Now need to go inside the driver view models and to copy any one API here and to paste this here. Not explain again. If you not see previous video, please see the previous video here. Details and explains. Now need to create here the home API. And this home API also need to another API need to need that's to home API. Create here and now need to create here the waiting for driver API, driver waiting user API like this sets here. And need to remove here the parameters no needs home API no any parameters need to clean this here pass here the blank. And as we give this here the home like this sets here after need to get here the data and no needs here the else parts need to remove here. Now first of all now need to check if response object let's not if need to write down here the let payload object is equal to need to get this here the request object value for key and to give this here the name payload like this. And as get this here the dictionary If not gets, then set here the flag, like set CS. Now now need to set this here as a running writes need to get caesar inside the data. First of all, so need to make here the one functions. Now need to clear this here and need to change this here sv driver waiting users API need to call this here like here. Now set here the write data need to write down here functions set write data and we need to pass this here the object as a ns dictionary like this calls and to pass this here the value set write data and we need to get here the first of all the data of the running writes need to go inside the payload objects values and to give this here the running keywords running key inside and to get this here the current active writes we need to get here the data ns dictionary if not gets then to pass this here the blank like this sets and now this function inside you need to write down here first of all you need to check this here to assign this value self dot write object is equal to need to set here the object. Now we need to check here if self dot write object count more than 0 check here if not self dot show writes running then I need to enable this flag and to showing this here the writes set here the true like this we need to set here and also need to write down here the another functions load write road data inside we need to set here the pickup pin drop off pins like this all data we need to set here but need to call here loads write data these functions here calling here self dot like this we need to call this here first of all need to get here the status need to get here first of all need to write down here the let's write status id is equal to write object value for key and to pass this here the booking status as need to get here the integers optionals 0 and first of all now need to develop here the one class for the status need to go ups and to write down here the class b status means booking status set here like and now to set here the static where ts dot bs dot pending is equal to need to give this here the 0 is equal to a 0 way same as now need to copy and to another status need to write down here and give this here 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 7 no needs now to remove here now second means accepted rights if e is equal to status is equal to 2 then go to users status if your status is equal to 3 then to wait for user if status is equal to 4 means the ride has just started if status is equal to 5 means ride completed if status is equal to 6 then means cancel the ride and also need to set here the another status auto cancel is equal to 7 driver not found means driver not found like this need to set as a last status now again so need to go inside the load running write data and to write down here some functions. First of all, now need to check here if write status equal to be a status dot go to users or write status equal to be a status dot waiting for users. Then means you need to showing here the button names. First of all, you need to write down here and write status is equal to go to users. Then to arrive button show here, set here the button titles as a arrive. Otherwise, waiting for users, then to write start buttons need to show this here, like this need to setting here. Now after then to showing this here the display address is equal to need to showing here the pickup address need to show if you this both status check where either go to user either waiting for user then need to showing display address as a pickup address need to showing here. Now need to how to get this here the pickup address writes object value for key and to pass this here the pickup address as you need to pass here the string optional value blank like this need to set here. Now need to give this here the display icons logo need to set here the pickup icon one show here. Also pickup pin icons need to give this here target image need to show inside the map as a this pins and prop up pins need to showing here the pickup log pins need to show here to set here pickup pin like this show here. Now, first of all, need to set this here the pickup locations means need to showing here is equal to all this here the CL location coordinate 2D latitudes and longitudes need to pass this here. Now need to first of all convert into the this value inside the doubles and now need to pass this here the right object value for key and to give this here the key names as a pickup flag as need to get here the string optionals blank as I need to pass this here the same is now need to copy and also not get any asking inside error. Defaults need to set here the now set here the long long like this sets here for the pickup location. Now same as now need to set here the drop off locations. Copy this here and to write down here the drop off locations. And here making mistakes you need to use this here the pickup as a current locations because need to driver is arriving to driver current location to pickup locations. That's why need to set here the here's wrong set here fix this here's location managers view models dot share dot use this here the locations coordinate dot latitudes same as now need to copy and replace here the longitudes set here the longitudes like this need to need this here and to configure this here and now we need to get this here the value now we need to get this here the estimate distance and estimate durations we need to get this here first of all need to go inside the ride bookings here the user home view models and we need to get here the this data false functions are to need this here first of all need to find out here these functions copy here and now need to go running rides and to paste this here and unused codes we need to remove here no needs same as now need to give this here the pickup locations desktop location latitudes, longitudes and latitudes gives first give this here the longitudes, then after latitudes. Same as now need to give this here the drop of locations of longitudes and latitudes. Here reverse need to give us here because this is the API needs here the reverse. That's why to give this here the reverse. First of all, need to give this here the longitudes and after latitudes. Now no needs here the road data. Only we need to need this here the estimate distance and estimate durations we need to needs. That's why to use this here. Now same as need to else parts need to write down here if here not waiting for users or not go to users then to write as a starters like this conditions here. Now set here the copy this data first of all and we need to paste this here. Now here only the one status available so only complete write for the running write complete like this. And now set here the display address as the to set here the drop of pins. Then need to set here the drop of pins. Need to set here drop pin one showing here targets and here icons need to change this here the drop pin like the set here. Also pickup address and not change because to current address showing here and drop as I need to set here the drop latitudes and drop longitudes like this as a drop of sets here. Same as now need to get here the road data and to set this here and to showing this here the data. And now need to get here the status name. First of all need to get here write down here the functions and we need to set here the status name and returns here the string. Now need to call this here the shift statements and set to give this here the right object value for key and need to pass this here the booking status and now need to convert here the integers 0. First of all need to give this here the status true and to return here the text as a pickup. Pickup. Same as now need to copy here and to show here the username. Write object value for key and to pass this here the name. The username like this blank page. You not get. If not any, then to pass this here the blank finding driver near like this is the difference. Now image now copy paste this here and status is equal to 3. Now third status means waiting for users. Waiting for like this. And status 3 status 4 and we need to write down here the write started with if status write complete with and status 6. Right, cancel. Like this, need to write down here the status and to set this year's well. Now, same as get this here the status names. Need to set here the status text. Now need to copy here these functions. Need to paste this years and to get this here the status text. Now need to returns here. First one is the on way. Second ones need to give this here the waiting. Fourth means started. Fifth means completed. Six means cancel. And case seven means return. No driver. And last one is pending. Like the sets here. Now same as need to set here the colors of the status. Now need to pop here. Now status 2 means the green colors, color green, words, color green. If waiting means color orange, started means green, completed means green, pendings means blue color. If you cancel, then color red. Like this, you need to color status. Send this here. Now we need to set this here the value of this data. First of all, now need to go here and to write down here the self dot write status names is equal to pass this here status name. Self dot write status text is equal to status text. Self dot write status colors is equal to status color. Need to get here like this data here. Now need to write down here the API calls. Create here the actions. Write down here the mark action and need to functions need to write down here the action status change. Now first of all now need to check here get here the status ID. This line to get this here the status ID. Need to need here paste this here. Now need to check here if write status ID equal to be status dot go to users. And to call this here the API waiting for users and to pass this here the parameters as a booking ID. Self dot write adds object value for e to pass this booking ID. Like this value need to pass this here. And to else parts know anything so need to write here. Next tutorial side explains what is the next status step day by day into calling this year's API status and update these apps. Now this class are the developing done. Now first of all so need to initialize inside the run trips. Now need to go inside the run trips view and unused codes need to first of all need to remove and to replace with here the our data. First of all need to write down here the environment. Objects need to declare here present modes where mode binding variables present mode like set scenes, and also need to define here the state variables where rpm is equal to driver run rides view models dot share. Need to call this here, and also need to remove here unused variables. Need to remove here. Now need to pass here the rvm dot pickup locations. Fix this here the all errors. Now need to set here the pickup pin address to rvm dot display address icons. Here rvm dot, so need to show this here the display icon, display address like this set here. Then after we need to get here the data. Let's if write status id is equal to rv dots write object value for e, and to pass this here in status as integers optional value 0 like this gets here. Now need to once means the waiting for users, and or need to give this here the start rights for this through this here the UI. Need to showing here the clocks of the timing. Ride status is equal to bs status dot waiting for users, and copy here now to paste this here, write down here bs start like this, and to showing this like this here the data. Also need to same as now need to give this here the conditions. If status are the waiting for user, then to wait for the riders, and if to started then to arrive at drop times, need to set it's like this. And not matters here now not configures. Also need to write to settings. Fix this here also opens. Now set here the times. Need to r vm dot estimate durations, and need to set here the specifier percentage 10 like this minute show here. Then after need to set here the user profiles. Now not change any, but we need to display here the distance in kilometers to set est distance like the showing here. Now need to set here the rv status name rvm dot write status name like this showing, and rvm dot opens variable opens, also show cancel. Also now need to change this here to rvm dot btn name and need to remove here. Click events need to be this here rvm dot action status change need to call this or buttons show copy here calls now fixing here the one by one errors related to remove here the top elements. Now need to fix here against build. Now build successfully. Not any errors. Now need to define here the alert. Alert. Presents need to give this here the dollar rvm dot show error and content inside need to set here the message go this home and go seconds like this. Need to set this is and now need to change inside the map. First of all need to go and to needs here some configuration need to change here inside the map parameters. Go definitions. Now define here some binding variables where pickup icon pass here the string same as binding where drop also this wrap value inside to set here some variables where up icon name drop off icon name. Now need to use this here in name set this pickup as a pickup gives drop drop this sets. Now need to set here the value. First of all now need to go inside the map view the pickup icon name is equal to pickup icon and map dot pickup drop off icon name is equal to drop off icon and set here. Now same as now copy and defining like this here so you use this here like parsing here the data and also need to here the clears inside the all added markers as overlay means the drawing here the any path. Now need to how to clear this whole path. Need to write down here UV view dot remove or overlay means need to use here the UV view dot overlays. Same as UV view and to remove annotations and to use this here UV view annotations. Like this need to clean here the maps. Now to set clean like this need to set this here. Now add here the errors because need to add here the binding variables inside this years. Now need to fix this years. First of all, now need to pass here the cup icons and to view this here the v dots need to pass this here pick up pin icons drop off view this here drop like sets it now copy because the bind now copy here and to go inside the trip request view and also need to use this years need to pass this years that here point where and point now go inside the map view and this here the pin names same as because here both pin available pin drop and drop like this we need to fix this here issue. Now we need to go inside the home view and to write once here fix these errors. Now need to go inside the home view into configuration here the background to opening here the screen. Now need to write down here the background navigation link and you need to pass this destinations channels. Destination inside need to give this here the running trip view is active inside into first of all need to declare here the variables of this model state object where VM is equal to driver running write view models to share use this here this value and we need to set here the flag dollars running inside labels need to set here the empty view like this configurations are the needs for the navigation links also need to make sure here load this here the home inside initial right here initialize where no needs here parameters on API calls as a form need to it's for here home. Here I have forgets one things inside the waiting users here set here the return data. First of all need to get this here the data payloads get here's ns dictionary and need to set dot write set write data and to pass this here the payload object. Here forget these lines. Now need to run this here and to test here opening here and automatically open this here the running red screens. We are showing here the pickup locations and pickup icons. That's here the displaying here the arriving times. This pins need to showing here the pins as a here driver location current, and this is the pickup locations like this showing of the on arrived on way status need to showing like this here the data, and also need to show this here the and this pickup as a JSON data like this usernames need to showing here. And now here arrive buttons, because here the not waiting for user, now need to click to waiting for users, need to call this here the API, and to get this here the response successfully need to get this here, and showing here the waiting timers need to show here, and also need to change this here the start buttons. If here clicks here, and next video need to show this here the start API, which of course need to enter here OTP, and then again start this here the rights. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any questions, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.